Shaman, here to share a little root chakra series. So nothing too crazy, but we're going to start with mountain pose. It's one of 3 poses we're going to do for this little short series. I'm going to hold it for a couple breaths or do it a couple breaths. So stand with your feet together, arms at your side, back straight. We're going to inhale, raise your arms, bring your hands almost to touch at the top. Inhale. And then exhale, lower those arms back down to the side. Now we're going to do that total of 3 times. A little bit of variation with each. So raise your arms, mountain pose. Bring the hands almost to touch as we inhale. And we're going to let those hands touch as we exhale and bring them down into Samastitihi. Focusing on our pelvis, making sure it's tilted up and forward. Bring our belly button to our spine. Now we're going to go ahead and raise our arms again, mountain pose. At the top, extend a little bit backwards so you have a slight bend in your spine. And go ahead and exhale that down. Next is warrior 2. So you can go left or right, your choice. I'm gonna start left. So turn to your left here. Step a little bit forward to the front of your mat. Raise that right foot, bring it back. Just a natural stance, nothing too long. Bend in the front knee, back heel is down. Raise your arms up. And then you're going to look over your front wrist, extending out through all your fingers and toes. So you extend through your back heel, placing weight on your front foot evenly, keeping your knee in line right over your front ankle. Making sure that we're not leaning too far forward. We want to kind of bring ourselves as straight up as possible while keeping a bend in that front knee. Now if you want to go further, you can do that. You know, it's really up to you. You want to straighten that knee out a little bit more or keep it bent or really get some extension there. But do all this with the heel being able to be kept on the ground. And with that force, pushing out through the heel of that ground, pushing into the ground through the heel and the outer edge of the foot. So, and just keep this for about 3 breaths. We've been way over 3 breaths, so you can come out of this when you're ready. It's kind of back to the left side of your mat. You can spin around here. Walk up to the other end, raise the left foot, bring it back, raise your arms out, one over the front knee, the other over the back foot. Again, putting that weight and distributing our force out through that back heel and the outer edge of the back foot. At the same time, keeping that core as straight as possible, as much of a bend in that front knee as you can stand, while keeping the foot planted firmly, keeping the front foot planted firmly on the ground. Palms facing towards the ground. Again, try and keep that spine as straight as possible with little arching. You should feel an opening in your pelvis, especially over here in that left hip. You're going to try and breathe, looking out over that right wrist, keeping those arms in line. 3 breaths. Trying to keep our form through those breaths. And exhale. All right. So we've done enough with that. We'll go ahead and get back to standing. Bring in that back foot. Now we're going to do a Final pose is a chair pose. Kind of work with it 3 breaths. It doesn't have sides, so I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see me. But bring your feet together, touching if possible. If not, feel free to have some space between your feet and your knees. But the optimal pose would have your feet together, and we're gonna bend our knees. We're gonna sit our hips down, raise our arms up so that our arms are in line with our ears, and then our hands are together. And then we're gonna try and bring in your stomach. Just kind of suck it in a bit while you breathe here for 3 breaths. And keep the knees in line with the toes. Try to prevent them from going too far over the toes. You should feel this in your quads. Excellent. If you can raise those arms a little bit and come out. Just straighten out your knees. Come on up, come on out. So thank you for sharing space through this root chakra postures. I'll go ahead and share the link to the series in the comments, and you have a great day. Until next time.